Thank you very much for coming and joining me today. Thank you for the intro. By the way, this talk will be also about GPT. Sorry about this. It will be kind of continuation of what Mervi showed. I'm going to show how to implement it actually in real time and how you can add custom knowledge to your GPT or AI application you are building. Let me introduce myself once again. My name is Bobur. You can call me also Tiger, which is in English. And my surname means Umurzokov, Livermore, Tiger Livermore. Right? It sounds great. Huh? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on these following channels. I will be more than happy to answer all of your questions about today's session. Right? Here is a picture from, I think, previous year, 2022. I was also part of DIG IT team as a volunteer, as you can see on the left side, smiling guy. I was there, and then next one was, I think, in this museum when I was a part of Microsoft. I was staying next to the booth and presenting the Microsoft, like what we do. We are just sort of hiring process we are doing at that time, and also, today's agenda, let's come back and switch back to the agenda. We will start with introducing some GPT limitations. I know you already know some sort of what kind of limitation it has. And then I will walk you through all the common solutions nowadays, what kind of solutions companies are building, like Mervi from Klaus. They applied also LLM applications, right? We call it large language models. And I will also introduce one cool open source tool we are working in since August this year that to help the developers to build their applications. Because I'm not a data scientist, I'm not a data researcher, I don't have a PhD, I am a poor software engineer. I'm not a Python developer as well, I'm a Java developer, but our task is to help developers without any data knowledge to build their AI applications. When we talk about AI applications, building AI applications, right? Which means we are building data pipelines. I think Mary also mentioned it, right? As you can see in this picture, these large language models, LLMs, truly changing the world. Nowadays, going through a lot of documents can be automated, right, using AI. You can search something for books, you can retrieve some information very quickly. It's not a hype anymore. It's not a blockchain. It's not Web3 technology, right? Lots of real projects are building up. Maybe there is also seminars going on from Microsoft Azure. They're doing great things around AI solutions, which means already it's production ready. And one more example is OpenAI GPT, right? They set the records for largest and fastest using user base in January this year. Millions of people are using ChatGPT interface nowadays, asking questions, finding out code solutions, right? Which means it stays longer than we expected. Here, as you can see, I think my gift is not coming up. Okay, that's good. Some of the GPT limitations, right? What are the GPT limitations we have? Here, as you can see, when you use the GPT interface, it cannot answer to recent events, right? Because it says only knowledge, trained knowledge, until September 2021. If you ask something else, it cannot answer, believe me. And it cannot answer on your questions, or for example, if you have a private documents, private information, or it doesn't know that I'm here now. Right? And what to do to add this information, we're going to discuss soon. And let's test it. For example, I will try to now find out some discounts in online markets like Amazon products, because I'm looking for change my shoes. I want to running shoes because I do a lot of running, and I'm looking for some Adidas men's shoes. Now I think I need to a bit refresh because of the internet connection is happening again. I should have here a very beautiful GIF. Let me come back. You will see testing. Here we go. Present. Come back. Sorry for that. In this GIF, what I'm searching for, I'm using chat interface, right? I'm asking the same question, show me discounts. But you see the result. I don't have any information in real time. I cannot answer your question, right? And what you do then to improve this solution? You do prompt engineering. How many of you do you know prompt engineering? Have you tried? Oh, so many of you. Okay, great. Okay, deal. Yeah, good. Prompt engineering means you, before asking ChatGPT, show me discounts, you give input. This is a discounts list, please answer or find out discounts for me, right? And I tried also the same after that. I extracted the response from Amazon API and I put here JSON lines, and then its answer is actually very beautiful. And it has also pictures you will see now with some sort of links. And yeah, here we go. Adidas shoes, it can find, right? It's simple. And because now ChatGPT is context aware. It knows now what kind of information I am looking for. But at least now it cannot even answer maybe which size I want these shoes, right? I need to improve this solution. But the problems here with this manual work, there is no automation, right? And also it is impossible even to store somewhere the result, output of this response, right? If we found the discount, well, but where we should store it, we need to copy and paste some to text file. Right? Also, it's limited in context. If I try to now in ChatGPT send a lot of items, sales items, it's impossible because it has a maximum tokens of 8,000 maybe, better than me. And also, how to say, you cannot keep this data for a long time because when you refresh the browser, it's gone. You cannot find, sometimes OpenAI is not reliable. If you refresh your browser, the answer cannot come. Maybe it says, sorry, we have a lot of loading. You can come later on. And so this is not enough, right? These problems, in addition to once you have one workable solution, you need to make it production ready. And nowadays, building application with AI, which means you can create just beautiful prototype, cool things, but not production ready. Because the problem is not only language ambiguity, which means it is good in answering in English. It's not good in Estonian. If you ask something in Estonian, it can answer maybe incorrectly, right? And also for developers, it's not good for offline evaluation. If you're writing some conducting tests or codes, right? You never know what kind of answer returns this AI. Respond to you because you cannot specify in your unit tests, right? It's also a problem. And cost and latency. OpenAI has no SLA. If you ask some question, you don't know when exactly it comes. Right? There is no on average. Or have you tested? Do you know average time of responding time from OpenAI? Nobody knows. I'm not sure about Azure OpenAI, but I'm talking about public OpenAI. Yeah. And so at least we know our problems. We will try to now solve some of them, partially, not all of them, right? To add your own data, which means we can partially solve this sort of problems because ChatGPT can answer our questions, right? There are two solutions, famous. Now you can use API. You can use ChatGPT custom plugin. Does anyone try someone custom plugins, right? It's cool, huh? Custom plugins, but they are limited also. Some production enterprises they hate because they don't want to expose internal infrastructure, API infrastructure to the ChatGPT, right? Otherwise, there will be security leakage. It's not a good solution. Believe me, custom plugins also. You can use APIs. APIs is good because there are two very helpful API endpoints. One is called as embeddings. Second one is called chat completions. I will explain now what's the embeddings, and you will understand yourself what's the chat completion. Embeddings means calculating vectors distance. Vector embeddings, that's why it's called vector embeddings. Vectors just floating numbers, right? Floating numbers. If you see two vectors like this, distance between two vectors identifies how these two texts are related to each other, for example. If they are close, which means the two texts are very relevant to each other, right? If they are very long distance, these texts are not relevant enough. Clear, right? What's the vector embeddings? And this vector embeddings endpoint, it's capable of calculating these vector embeddings, right? This is one endpoint we understood now. And then this common architecture comes. If you now search for Google, common architecture for building LLM application or AI application, you will see always like this picture. What we are doing here? We have some input data, right? Like input data can come from APIs, files, databases like PostgreSQL, MySQL, right? And then you run data pipeline to process the data, filter, or remove some unnecessary data, hide some security data, right? And then you calculate vector embeddings using OpenAI API. And vector embeddings means it's good for searching operation. And then once you have this vector embedded, you index vector embedded and store into somewhere storage. So there are some specific storage. You can use PostgreSQL as well, or you can use maybe nowadays some existing traditional database, but there is also a specific database called vector database. If you heard about vector database, but we are not going to discuss today, it's another topic. And once this vector indexed vector embeddings in my storage, I can start to build my application, right? I have one guy searching for discounts. I have a search bar. I'm not a UI guy, but I can do better if it's no code. And then this guy is searching for some discounts, backend application receives through the API, and does this embeddings also, again, because prompt, whatever user asking also should be indexed. And then we will search for from our storage. We had the input, right? API input, database input, and we do matching. If there is a similar match, we will just give output to the user. What it does, it actually reduces, because we are not now entering huge data, right? We are only keeping very small data. This small data can be helpful to add custom knowledge to ChatGPT, so that ChatGPT can answer properly, efficiently your question. Is it clear? This architecture not difficult, right? Who are here architects? Software architects? Anyone? One? Okay, good. Understand, right? This architecture. Very simple, huh? And if you understood it, what about this one? It's more complex, right? This is actually a real, emerging LLM app stack. Nowadays, everybody is building their application using these tools, plus Azure, plus AWS, maybe clouds. If you're not using cloud, I'm not against the clouds, but you can deploy to the cloud after you build application. But I think the solution in the cloud also uses these technologies, like a LangChain. They use vector databases. They use caching, like a Redis, right? They use some data pipelines, like a Databricks. If you are a data engineer, somewhat, like you know these technologies, right? And our now task, we're trying to build with our team, because I'm not the data expert, but I work with data experts, who is actually was a member of OpenAI builders, our CTO. You can ask me he's that guy after this session. And we tried to build something cool without this complexity. Like, we don't want to use a lot of technologies, because a lot of technologies means infrastructure. You need to have a knowledge, skills, licensing, deploying, cloud native. A lot of problems comes after that. And what we did, use the LLM app. It's called also a large language model app. If you search on Google, it will come on the first place, because we did great SEO and marketing, right? It works without vector databases. It works without LLM frameworks, without caches, without APIs, because we provide APIs. Clear, right? If it's not clear, just feel free to interrupt me. And we also combined this cool LLM app framework for Python developers. Actually, now we are only supporting Python. Who are the Python developers here? Not so many. Okay, I'm not also the Python developer. As I mentioned, I'm using ChatGPT to write my code for LLM application. It's not a joke, but actually in reality, I'm testing out. It's actually writing very cool. If you have experience in writing a code, you can fix the issues. And we combine this technology with Pathway, another technology, also Python libraries for batch and stream processing. What it gives us as an output, as real-time information comes, real-time information can be discounts, right? Because discounts can change every day, can change every hour, every second. I can say now, I have a discount, I am selling my iPhone for 50 euro. And now, in a second, I can say, no, I don't sell it. Well, I can put in, and this is real-time information. Real-time information can be learned by the two technologies, and they can be used with AI to give some powerful, answer to your queries. And then I built my application. I started to build my application using these two technologies. As you can see, this is also another architecture diagram. It's much simpler than the complex architecture diagram you have seen before, 2 slides. Right here, as you can see, I have a front end. I use it just Streamlit libraries. It's called in Python. You can search it out. Streamlit provides a low-code environment. You don't have to write a lot of code. Like me, I don't like to write a code for front-end. I hate JavaScript. And now you can use Streamlit, right? And for my backend application, I use it just Python also, and embedded this Python application to my LLM application. As you can see on the right bottom picture, some input data is coming, like files, APIs, Kafka topics. Also, we are good at the Kafka topics. And we do real-time indexing. You understood, right, why we need indexing. And then we just give the output to the user and provide some relevant information, relevant discounts. You will see in my demo soon how it works. You will like it. And some of the key features we have, we are trying to build a lot of connectors, built-in connectors. Built-in connectors means you don't have to write additional code to connect to your data source. For example, if you want to connect to PostgreSQL, we have a built-in connector. You just write one line of code and it's connected. It starts to ingest the data. Come here. And then learn this data, right? And another very good feature, now all the LLM experts can say, can put 5 scores, because now the main problem with building LLM applications, you cannot get the role-specific response. Let's assume I'm working for Microsoft. We have HR system, and let's say my manager, he's reviewing my performance for the last 3 months is because I want my promotion. But here the question comes, like how the manager reviews this. He goes and opens the web page and reads all these reviews done by my colleagues, right? Bobur is good, Bobur is great, Bobur is bad. He's not writing very good code. He need to leave Microsoft like this. And then in this case, manager should spend a lot of time. And here, if you have any managers, they can support me. Review process is very hard. In this case, you can use AI. You can ask, okay, Bobur, can you show me last 3 months is Bobur's performance, right? Here, Bobur is user role, right? It's very difficult for AI to answer. Bobur means AI should know, Bobur, who is this guy, Bobur? He's actually, he's reporting directly to his manager, call it X, which means AI now can show only to X manager, not everybody else, my review process, right? Did you understand what the complexity is coming with AI solution, with the role specific? This feature also we are now working, improving in our application. You can have a look. Also, we are providing some local machine learning models. You don't have to use public one, OpenAI, because everybody hates now. They are learning our data. They will use us in the future, right? You can use your own training data. It's called a fine tuning. You can do fine tuning on your data set and use for data for your enterprise applications without showing to the outside world. And other key features. You can now read maybe later on some advanced features. And architecture, I just skip. It's what the components you can customize. Here is highlighted. You can customize everything. And here most important comes. We said building AI applications is building data pipelines. So you need to have a data pipeline that ingests the data, processes data, and does some sort of transformation, and sends this data as an output to our UI application or analytics tools, right? Or data products, or maybe another round of machine learning it will do. So what we are offering now as open source project, let's combine these 3 different worlds, like a batch processing, which means everything runs in static mode, right? And real-time information when Kafka style architecture adds up. And then you do LLM also application. 3 things together builds unified data pipelines. This architecture also, you can just try to memorize it, because it's a very famous topic nowadays. I'm also giving a speech in this month. You will see QR code at the end. You can sign up for it. And here, the code is also simple. You see, I hope everything is visible, right? It's a Python code. Even JavaScript developers can understand now. As you can see, some CSV data is coming in, and some data I have. I am transforming it. The same architecture diagram I showed you, but in code. I'm highlighting this architecture in code. And I'm calculating embeddings, and I'm doing indexing on these embeddings, as you can see. And I am waiting for user question. There's a user question. I'm again embedding user question, right? And then I am sending to chat completion endpoint to gather user query and vector indexing and ChatGPT answering to my question. And this is a cycle. This always runs. Each time a user asks a question, it answers in real time. You don't have to stop anything. So this is real time. And so it's about LLM application, what sort of cool thing we are doing. I'm based in Tallinn, but our team based in France, in Paris. But you can scan this code if you want. There's an LLM application. It brings you to GitHub project. You can maybe put some stuff if you like it. If you don't like it, you can just leave it as it is. And we're also making some flexibility for non-Python developers. We are trying to achieve it because Python is a bit Rust. Python is great for data operations, but we are also providing maybe in the future YAML configuration that you can you draw your pipeline. This is input data, this is output data. That's all. You don't have to write code. Or we will do a low-code operation, right, on the dashboard. That's a future we are expecting in the next 4 months. We're improving on that side. So here are the takeaways. I hope I am on time, right? Even a bit earlier. Takeaways, you can automate insertion of knowledge to your ChatGPT using 2 famous APIs. Embeddings or chat completions. It's not only about API, because I showed only example with OpenAI, but you can use also Hugging Face. You can also use Azure AI. There are a lot of LLM providers. You can compare the prices, which one is cheaper, which one is expensive. Or you can simplify your infrastructure, right? A bit increasing performance by using our LLM application for real-time indexing and data analytics, right? And you can try to build some, Kafka streaming architecture style AI-powered application. It's a very long sentence, right? This is a sort of thing. And as I said, the free online webinar in September 29. It's a LinkedIn live session because we are limited on time. I have 70 minutes. 5 minutes, I will show demo. You can scan this. If you are interested, you can just click on attendee. I will be online with you at the end of this month. If the time is good. I think it's on Friday, 5 p.m. by Estonian time. Should be good, right? Here's some reference, but let me show you. I think my demo, I have still time. Demo is good because Bobur is talking too much, but he didn't show anything to us, right? Let me show you a good thing. This is my Python project. I'm not going to throw the code. Everybody can understand the code later on. If you look at the GitHub project, I will just run 2 separate components. One backend and one front-end application. I think I can make it bigger a bit. I have, for example, API and UI, right? As you remember from the architecture. Now I will run 2 these applications. Here we go. One application in my list is backend. I will do Python, blah, blah. Now it started my application, backend application, start to ingest some data in real time, coming some data. My real time data coming from Amazon API. Actually, it's real time. And I'm running next UI. UI with terminate application. And here we go. This is my application. Here, I can press here. I hope it's visible, right? Good. This is my application. It's on now. I'm trying to find investors. If you're ready to invest in this application, raise your hand. I will be happy. And you can choose some data sources from where you would like to add data to your AI. For example, I'm using Rainforest API. It is also Amazon provider. It provides API for the Amazon products. It can show today's deals, last month's deals, all the deals you have. If you click on Rainforest API, and you can search for show me discounts, for example. Show me discounts from Amazon, let's say. And I wrote wrongly, but I think ChatGPT is smart enough. I think can understand this. Not Amazon, right? Let's see. I hope we have internet connection good. If it doesn't work, you believe me. I showed the GIF right here. Here you go. Yeah. You see? I have my discount from Amazon, actually. It's real. It's actually also showing some ratings, and it's actually showing me, of course, I think it's a woman, I think, with the shoes, but I can change it like to show me only men, or I can ask for show me by location. It's another feature I'm working on by location, because I'm Estonian now. It's actually showing me something like on Amazon, which is in the United States, because that's why I cannot see on Amazon. You see, my destination is the real Estonia. But you can give it a try yourself. This application is cool. You can try to improve. This is just demo. Is it cool or bad? What's your feedback like about the discount application? I can ask maybe after. And also, you can now say, but it's just showcase. You build a very simple applications. And what about real application? Is anybody using your framework? Yes. Yes. From September. At the beginning of September, we found one, not a client, the startup who is actually start to integrate our free-to-use open source project. It's called bot circuits. You can also visit. Now we are integrating into their applications. It creates virtual agents for your WhatsApp, for your websites, with power of AI. And we are solving some problems with a real-time application using their application. This is how their portal looks like. So it's actually everything is real. You can do a lot of fancy things using AI applications. If you want to learn more about these AIs, you know me, I will be in Tallinn if I'm not moving one place to another to speak, but you can come to me and ask any questions. Thank you. I think this is all about it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bobur. And I hope you took notice that Bobur has some wonderful prizes for questions.
Yes.
So you had enough time to prepare.
Yeah. Question first, yes. Question first, right?
Yeah, so that's true. So question first and then prize. And we have, again, our lovely volunteers who will hand you the mic. So please, shoot.
Questions. For the greatest question, I have a very good gifts or feedback. You can say, Bobur. Okay, you have. Sorry.
Maybe I didn't understand well, but this LLM app, where does it store data? Does it have its own database or?
Nice. Thank you for the question. No, you can use your own database still. It runs on the top of your data. It's application layer. You don't have to store anywhere. It stores only indexing data for like a couple of minutes while user asking question.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and this is actually one unique solution that differentiates us from other solutions in the market. Other solutions use vector databases that stores. Vector database means you have own database. Vector database, we are still leading to the same problem, right? Syncing data between two distributed systems. We don't want to use distributed, just remove. You can use your own OLTP database, MongoDB, whatever you have, and then run this application. Does that answer your question? Very cool question. You have also teams here, 1, 2, 3. I will give 2 with your friends because I see your friend also on your right side.
So please make sure you find each other.
Yeah.
So
to claim your prize. And please, Bobur is ready to answer all your questions.
And what about price? You didn't mention the price. Price is from Paris. It's a spatial pen. Without any how to say company name. There's no company. Yeah, there is, but it is. I know. The software engineers, they don't like to write any code. That's why it's motivation for. Yeah, I mean, not write a code, not using pens, only using keyboards. This is motivation for you to use a keyboard, not a keyboard, but a pen. Write take some notes. So feel free to grab. I think I have like around 10. But first.
Wow. So we have around 5 minutes more. So you need to really fire quickly to claim the prizes from Bobur.
Okay, I will continue. First, Bobur, thanks for the presentation. Very insightful. I have like tinkered a bit with ChatGPT and with prompt engineering. And actually, I would like to know about this embedding layer.
Yes.
So let's say I have this application. It's really hard to use, and I have a manual. And I would like to use ChatGPT to help the users to understand how to use my application. So my understanding is that I should basically, whatever it is, like the embedding system, put my manual there, and then every query from the user will basically take some form of the manual with it and go to ChatGPT, or how does it work? Maybe you can explain.
Yeah, good question. How does it work? I can explain it better after session. How it works is common architecture I showed, right? Everybody using this architecture. You should use embeddings provided by public LLM providers like GPT, OpenAI, right? And this embeddings is quite cheap compared to using chat compilation. Chat compilation is a lot of expensive because if you are asking the same question again, your price will be higher. So embeddings helps you to calculate and chunk your data into small pieces. So these small pieces can be relevant to your question, because when I search for discounts, I don't have to search like about mountains, right? I don't have to ask about gardens. This data can be removed automatically. These embeddings can help on this. You have also our own solution. You don't have to use OpenAI sometimes embeddings endpoint, because again, like API, it takes performance. It takes a lot of time to ask APIs. Right? You can use your own embeddings that we are providing. It's much faster. If you're interested, like I can give you more details. You can give it a try.
I will come and chat.
Sure. I'm my first customer. Thank you. Thank you for it's a great question actually. Yeah.
Bobur, down
Yes.
here at the bottom. Down here, yeah?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Bobur,
polite.
everyone speaks about like leveraging AI or LLMs from public spaces, but assuming you want to keep everything private, internal, and leveraging your own data sets, your own internal APIs, things to fetch data and do processes on them. Do you have any experience or any tips or insights on the running of local clusters for actually processing the AI workloads? They're very costly. To load your own LLMs, 40 billion parameter, one can get away with maybe some consumer grade GPUs. But if you really want to go mainstream and do something of greater value, you know, it's like a formidable investment to try and get companies to buy into that initial investment to go like Tesla scale. I mean, it's really hard to get to that point. But just to break into it, so you must have had to be at that point at some stage.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to give us?
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for this question. You are thinking about future already. We are now in the current. Future is we have our own data. Data set GPUs also in the cloud. I mean, whatever I showed on the open source part of the world. If you want to use your own sort of training data or GPUs, right? We have also a separate enterprise solution that does the same like yours, but it's a bit not less costly than using clouds. Because ours also cloud, but there are some algorithms running in this cloud, and we have also some open source algorithms. We are just making it publicly available. I can maybe show you also these references, or I've been very happy also connect with this SecretX CTO guy. He can maybe connect technically more details. Does it sound good? Sure. Let's exchange context. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the question and pen.
Yeah, definitely. Price-worthy questions.
We have 6 minutes more. We have here one question. Everybody loves GPT now. I like it.
Hello.
Yes.
Thanks for this amazing presentation. You were discussing some review process. Like you said, like my manager should only can view my review, all the review process. So the question is coming in my mind, like how ChatGPT can make sure like it is the real manager who is just searching this. So
Complex question. This, yeah, thank you for questions. Actually, every world is now, everybody is trying to solve this user metadata issue. I think we have some people already coming from Microsoft Azure AI, they can confirm user metadata is difficult because you need to run, not only use AI. It's AI will be not enough. OpenAI will be not enough. There are some specific algorithms in machine learning you will run on the top of OpenAI solution. I can maybe send you also a link to direct code samples. You can even understand from concept if you're a code sample. I mean, if you are a developer like interested. Or I can connect also to the data engineers. They can explain better the situation. But what we're building also, yes, for HR solution, actually our bot circuits is the real projects they are helping now to HR systems to create this application. But how it works, I think if I explain here, it will be a bit longer. Yeah. Sorry.